Good evening and welcome, hockey fans from across Canada, into the MacArthur Island Sport and Event Centre. It's the big rink here in Kamloops, BC, traditional territory of Tecumseh Teshquebnik, at this 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship. As tonight, the nightcap, we have Team Ontario in the black and white uniforms taking on Team Eastern Door and the North, with the white with red and gold trim, the throwback old 90s Florida Panthers colors. As we are underway, my name is Jamie Shinkuski to bring you the action here for the final game of the day, as we're looking to get some of the playoff seeding figured out. It's a close one on the female side of the competition as Team Ontario comes in. Long shot, saved by Paulson. Chloe Paulson getting the start between the pipes for Team EDN. With Lequier to the point. They play it down low. Return feed. Not going to make it there. It'll pop loose into the slot as Ontario play it back into their own zone off the stick of Kyla Fleming. Coming into this one, just 1 point separating first from fifth. As a long deflection will go down for icing. And just back and able to play it was Paisley Morin, and that will result in icing. No change for Team Ontario, who come into this looking to extend to a 3-game win streak. They dropped their first to Alberta, but back-to-back wins against Saskatchewan and Manitoba has them well poised for a playoff spot. And for Team EDN, they're looking for their first victory of the tournament, sitting 0-3 coming into this one. And they'll need a couple of big wins to put themselves into the playoff mix. 6 teams in the tournament. Top 4 advance to the Friday semifinals, as this is Mista Gisik trying to step to the middle, has it stripped. Coming the other way is Ali Altaman. She'll spin, delay, wait for teammates, getting a change after that icing call for Sawyer. She'll spin at the blue line, stepping right, long shot deflects wide, and taken in the corner by Team EDN. It's Hearn. Battle in the corner for it. Hearn trying to come away with it. Stick lifted, still doing battle in the corner as that one will come into their skates. And stolen by Altaman. It's a puddle behind the net and is stymied by the ice conditions in the early going as it comes to the line. Mayer can't keep it in. She'll look D to D, and Sawyer brings it up the right side. Here's Sawyer for Ontario. Another puddle of water as a bit of precarious conditions in the EDN defensive zone to start this contest. Again, another 20-plus degree day here in Kamloops. Not prime hockey conditions, but they're going to make the best of it because, hey, season's into May now as that shot goes off a knee into the slot, still loose. Innes plays it to Sawyer into the corner as they'll complete the change for Ontario. Up the boards, but it's taken away by Golding. She'll step to the middle. Wrist shot goes off a defensive leg and wide. To the corner, it's Larissa Mayer. Down low, DeGeer. No one bounces away from her. They'll come to the near corner. Steps around the defender. Driving the goal line. Steps out. Shot saved by Paulson. And she'll hang on for the face-off. Cheyenne DeGeer stepping out of the corner looking for the game's opening tally. You've seen Paulson. Couple of big saves for her. Her counterpart at the other end, Maya St. Pierre, getting the start for Team Ontario. And it's face-off one offensively. Back to the line, Molly Cole. Short feed for DeGeer. Trying to step around a defender. How's that poked away by Karat? Puck loose. Shot, save, rebound behind the net. DeGeer, wraparound, toe save, rebound, no dice. DeGeer trying to sneak one home, and it's Paulson kicking the left pillow out to keep this one scoreless. DeGeer again with it, steps across the blue line. She'll draw a penalty, steps to the slot. Around another defender, off the bar, up and out of play, and Cheyenne DeGeer all over the offensive zone early in this contest. And she just can't tuck the wraparound home. Rings one off the iron, but she will send her team to the power play as Kelly Pian heads off for a hooking call. And absolutely, the stick was up there under the arm, impeded at least enough of an opportunity And that'll send Team Ontario to the power play. First for either team here tonight. An opportunity to introduce our officiating crew, including local referee Erica Denis. Nice shot, save off the stick of Sydney Sawyer. Erica Denis and Dana Edamura are our referees tonight, and on the lines, Isabel Fortin and Dylan Nelson. As you talk about a great opportunity for the players, but another great opportunity for the officiating crew. And they've done well to recruit from around the provinces. Sawyer lets a long one fly over the net. Altman to the point. Mayer. Back for Altman. Plays it to the slot. Sawyer stepping around a defender. Shot blocker save Paulson. And it's Mayer jumping on this rebound. Right to the far corner to Gosh. For Altman. Looking top. Puts it off the noggin of Paulson. She keeps it out. Gets a check from the referee. Says, I'm good. Continue. Altman trying to step off the half boards. It's not there. Poked away by Sloan Thompson defensively. Altman plays it to the point. Sawyer stepping right. Puts it in front. Knocked away by Paulson. And a little help from the PK. They'll play it up the wall. And that'll be cleared by Tyrena Nakoji down the ice. Wearing the C this tournament for Team EDN. As up comes Ali Altman across the line. Toe drag attempt knocked away. Has some support. Kingston Golding picks up the puck, circles the net, leaves for Cole. To the point, return feed for Golding. She'll let it fly, a tip in front, and they score! Power play goal, Kyla Fleming. Puts it through the wickets, and Team Ontario takes the 1-0 lead just over 5 minutes into this first period. And that's just continuous pressure from Team Ontario. Shots are 11-0 in favor of the visitors so far. And they get on the board first. It was the Kingston Golding point shot, tipped home in front by Kyla Fleming. And they look for more. From the near farboard side, Ducheneau coming up with it for Team EDN. She looks to step behind her own net. Pass intercepted by Golding. And now a chance perhaps the other way. EDN comes across the line. So officially, it's Golding and Molly Cole picking up the assists on the opening score. As a collision in the slot, Ontario looking for more. Clean check, and it'll come out of the zone now. As Ontario looks to bring it in again. Here's Altman. Allie Altman looking to step around the defense as she works around the perimeter. Turns back up the wall, plays it to the point. D to D, long shot. Wide off target. And it'll come back out. They'll play it up and back in. Lecuyer leading the charge. Looks to step around the defender. Has it poked away. Nearly brought it with her on the second effort. And it was not to be as Team EDN looks to bring it ahead the other way. It's Pettiquet. Has it stolen, and it's Altman bringing it back ahead for Ontario. Allie Altman steps to the shot. Shot off the bar. Washed out. No goal. Oh, so close. Allie Altman rings one off the pipe. By her body language, you think she thought that one was in. Lecuyer. We'll just play it back for Sawyer. Sawyer steps through. Shot from the slot. And that'll be squeezed and held onto by Paulson. as it's been all Ontario in the early stages here. And Chloe Paulson making save after save to keep this one a one-goal game. Well, Paulson looks to her right, face-off won by Ontario. Play it down low, Fleming stepping off the boards. That one heads toward net, but wide. Near side, it's Skylar Dockstader to come away with it. She'll look cross ice, Fleming in front. Tipped on, it's loose. They jam away at it, and it's stuffed by Paulson as Keely Innes and Journey Tagash both on the doorstep looking to pop that one home. But nothing doing. Ontario works around the perimeter. It's Molly Cole. She's got an assist, puts it netward. Paulson saves it and pounces on the loose puck. As again, Ontario just putting it netward and looking for a favorable bounce. And Chloe Paulson has been busy early. 15 saves so far through the opening 8 minutes of play. And another offensive zone face-off here for Ontario. They win it back, but EDN looks to take it ahead. Ducheneau. That one steps too far for her, and we've got a player down just inside the EDN blue line. As Ontario takes it to the net. Shot saved by Paulson. Puck still loose, and now we will get a whistle. As at the blue line, I think it's Jovi Rice making her way to the bench in some discomfort. And she'll head off and look to get some attention from the team's training staff. As that was Cheyenne DeGear on the doorstep trying to jam it home, unable to do so, but another offensive zone draw won by Ontario, and it's DeGear. Steps around one defender, can't get around the next, but pushes the puck forward for McDonald to the slot. DeGear shot blockered away. To the far boards, they give chase. First on it will be Sierra Jacobs. In a tight battle, they'll chip it away. And Kelly Pia giving chase. A beat to it by the Ontario defense. Poked away by EDN. Again, forces Ontario to regroup. McDonald chips it into the corner. Alexandria McDonald giving chase, battling against Morin. Plays it over Sawyer. Back down low, they step in front. Shots on, save Paulson. As Kingston Golding on the doorstep looking for a goal and not able to find it. After she had set up that opening tally with the point shot that was tipped home by Fleming. Ontario takes possession off the face-off. Sawyer steps to the middle, lets it rip, blockered away by Paulson. To the corner, Etienne trying to step around the defender, and it goes into her feet. Takes a bit of a tumble trying to come away with the puck, and it's Ontario. Gracie Cadeau leaves for Etienne. She'll ring it off the post. It's cleared to the corner by Petike. Sawyer keeping it alive, steps to the middle, looking to get around one defender. Looks cross ice, Mayer steps forward, shot right on, save Paulson. And she will jump on the rebound to prevent anything more for Team Ontario with an absolutely dominant shift from this quintet. And another post rings out. 21 saves now in this opening period for Chloe Paulson, as she's been busy early. And other than the one deflection on the power play for Ontario, she's been equal to the task. But Ontario looking for more as Leduc to the point. Cole shot wide left. First on it is Fleming. Watched by Morin. Gets some defensive support from NAHC, and she looks to bring it ahead. The EDN captain looking to bring a rush to the line. Cole keeps it alive. Down low, Fleming. Shifty move to get around the defender. Back to the point. Dockstader trying to get it on net. It's blocked and sent right back to her. Up the wing, Fleming has it knocked off her stick. And EDN will take it behind their net. Sloan Thompson. EDN corralling in their own zone. Centering feed intercepted by Golding. She'll step across the blue line. Golding shot blocked and heads to the corner. To the point, Cole. D to D, Dockstader with room. Steps forward, looks cross ice. That's poked away by Thompson. And Sloan Thompson still with it defensively, looking to start something of a breakout. To the line, Dockstader keeps it in for Ontario. Gives for Tigosh. She takes a bump. Getting tangled up with Sloan Thompson. As Golding stepping to the middle. Puts that into the shin pads of NAHC. And Thompson rims it around. As Molly Cole will play it, and a penalty ensuing. Cross-checking the call, and that will send Skylar Dockstader to the penalty box. 2 minutes in the sin bin to think about it, and that'll send Team EDN to their first power play of the contest, and they have yet to register a shot on goal, so an opportunity for them to do exactly that. EDN wins the draw, but quickly on it is Cheyenne DeGear. She'll send it down the length of the ice. EDN looking to start the breakout. It's stripped away by Alexandria McDonald. She'll come across the line, let it fly. Poked off her stick as EDN again trying to start a power play breakout, and they'll just have to lift it out to center ice. Sawyer. Last player back for Ontario. She's got some room. Good patience from Sydney Sawyer. She'll step across the blue line. Rips it on net, save Paulson to the corner. Sawyer almost coming away, but she'll just leave it there. Another penalty out. It'll draw a call. As DeGear stepping out of the corner has her feet knocked out from under her, and that will prematurely end this EDN power play. And as Haley Ottawa Brazo heads off to the box for a trip. So we'll play some 4-on-4 here with just about 7.5 minutes remaining in this opening period. It's Ontario leading EDN 1-0 so far. Off the power play goal from Kyla Fleming. And now battle on the near board side. It's Thompson able to come away with it. She'll play it behind her own goal for Morin. Paisley Morin looking for some ice, has that stolen. Altiman, and that will be a hooking call, as Altiman might have been in alone free. And Paisley Morin will head to the box for two. And so from the power play to the PK, and it's back-to-back penalties. We'll have us playing 4-on-3 for the next 31 seconds, and then roughly 1 minute of 5-on-3 action if they don't find a marker here. But that's one of those penalties I think you absolutely have to take. Altiman would have been in all alone. As here's Cole bringing it ahead. Molly Cole lets it fly. Save. Rebounds there. Is knocked down by Curat defensively. We'll play it to the point, not out. Delormier keeps it alive for Altiman. To the slot, Golding shot. Hits something on the way in, and a sprawling save by Paulson. Just keeps on there. No, it's going to say a goal. The official on the spot. Waited to see where the puck was. Paulson had laid out from up here where she might have had it. But it just squeaked across the line in Ontario with their second power play goal of this opening 20 minutes. So with that, we'll go to 5-on-4 action as the one penalty had expired. That one expires on the goal. And just like that, it's 2-0 Ontario, looking for more. DeGear driving, scores! Cheyenne DeGear makes it 3-0 Ontario with a little how do you do, slips it 5-hole. And the third power play tally of the opening period gives Ontario a commanding lead here with just over 6 minutes to play. This is Sawyer. As we're back to full strength hockey, Sydney Sawyer steps across the line. She'll move behind the net, spins, fires, sharp angle shot. Equal to the task is Paulson to the slot. Cadeau just pokes it away, spinning around, puts it in. Gracie Cadeau gives Ontario a 4-0 lead from behind the goal line. And it has been all Ontario so far in this game. 4-0 up on the scoreboard and 29-0 on the shot clock. As we're going to see Team EDN take their timeout, and they're going to make a goaltending change. AC Horn steps in between the pipes now for Team Eastern Door and the North. And you have to feel for Chloe Paulson. Despite giving up 4 and being replaced here partway through this first period, she still managed to put up 25 saves through the opening 13 minutes or so. And a real difference maker, but a few bounces that don't go her way, a couple that sneak past her, including that sprawling save that your heart just has to break for her about, because she makes that one and we might still be looking at a 1-0 game. And quickly, 1, 2, 3 more, and Ontario with a commanding advantage. Still about a quarter of this period to go. As it's Golding again, 2 points on the night so far. Works around the perimeter, top of the zone, dishes for Dockstader. That one just wide left. As he plays to the corner. Walks off the wall to Cole. Shot kicked away by Horn. Golding with it. Works across the top of the zone, leaves for Cole. Molly Cole back for Golding. Shot on, save by Horn, and she'll hang on for the whistle. As the offensive pressure continuing for Team Ontario. As Cole and Golding, well, they've already connected to set up a goal, the opener in this one, and they're looking for more. As EDN brings it the other way. And here they come again. It's Lecuyer up the left side, shots on, save, and covered by Horn. Is the PA announcer giving us the official scoring summaries of the 3 most recent Ontario goals. So it was that power play tally from Kingston Golding. The assist credited to Ali Altman, followed up by Cheyenne DeGear. Again on the power play, that assist for Alexandria McDonald. And then that one most recently you saw from Gracie Cadeau, assisted by Larissa Mayer and Claire Etienne. So 4 different goal scorers. Only Golding with 2 points on the night is again on net, covered up by Hazy Horn. As she'll look to her left for the face-off. Just over 4 minutes to go in this opening period. And the last one of the day here from Kamloops in this 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship. And a chance now for Team EDN. It's Ryan Stacey across the line. Long shot, misses the mark. Rebound pops free. Rice couldn't pull the trigger. Good to see her back in the action as she had been shaken up earlier in the period. Ariane Duchesneau can't come up with it on the offensive zone, and it'll be Altman bringing it ahead for Team Ontario. Ali Altman stepping around the defender, centering, feeds, intercepted. And that's Robinson playing it out of harm's way. They take it to the line, and it will bounce out. Altman waiting for it, though, and she'll bring it back in for Team Ontario. Centering feed just out of the reach of Journey to Gosh, and she'll play it to the point. Mayer stepping up. Moves into the offensive corner. Larissa Mayer to the point. Sawyer steps forward, lets it fly. Kick, save from Horn. Attempted clear, doesn't get out. Sawyer on it. This time it'll come out of the zone. And again, Sydney Sawyer winding up for another rush. She'll delay, play it for Mayer. Cross the line, steps around a defender. Centering feed. Fleming can't pull the trigger. And she will move to the corner, hit the brakes, create some space for herself, play it back for Sawyer. Steps around one defender, around two, centering feed, smacked away by Sloan Thompson. Sawyer again, moves around her check, shots on, tipped, saved by Horn. As Kyla Fleming on the doorstep yet again. That's how she opened the scoring in this one. And she looks like a product of the Joe Pavelski Net Front Mayhem Academy with her prowess of getting her stick on the point shots early in this one. And they're looking for more. DeGear, shot blockered away by Horn. As coming back for it is Doc Stater. Little bit of physicality. She goes back for that loose puck as they're trying to spring Golding. Golding thinking Michigan, cheeky. They'll get some boost from the Team EDN faithful here in attendance. Not sure if they don't dislike that she tried it or that she fumbled it. Either way, play continues. Ontario still with it. Inside 2 to play. Cole, Doc Stater. Puts that towards the net, hits a couple of bodies, pops up and over and into the corner for DeGear. She'll slip through a check. DeGear to the front, has that one knocked away by Pian. And Kelly Pian will bring it ahead for EDN. Plays it to the middle, Petike. Stripped by Dockstader. End of a shift. Gives for DeGear. And she will slip around 1 and 2 defenders. Steps out front, backhand on, saved by Horn. As a broken play looked really like Cheyenne DeGear was just waiting for her teammates to come and support and decided to make it an individual effort and take it right to the doorstep and couldn't tuck it home. These two netminders combined so far for 31 saves in this period. You have a feeling they might have a little bit more work to do before this clock expires. Altiman to the point. Delormier under pressure, can't keep it in the zone, and she'll be chased all the way back to her own zone. Play it across. Jacobs lead feed, trying to spring Cadeau. She's already got one on the night. And then I'll come back the other way. Coming back defensively is Jacobs, and St. Pierre will just cover and hang on for the whistle. As that one, a long puck that bounces its way on net, and that will be credited as EDN's first shot of the contest. As they will get back underway, Ontario winning the defensive zone face-off. And a quick breakout, can't spring Cadeau. That's Claire Etienne trying for the lead feed, battle in the offensive zone corner. EDN comes away with it defensively. And they'll come out through center. Feed for Robinson. Robinson, shot, kick, save to the front. And it's missed. Chisek just fanning on the shot. Glorious opportunity in the latter stages. And Ontario able to clear. That'll knock this one away. And time will expire on our opening frame, and courtesy of 3 power play tallies, Team Ontario will head to the intermission with a 4-0 lead. So we will take a break. Second period of action still to come here from the 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship here in Kamloops. Hey, welcome back inside the MacArthur Island Sports and Events Center for the nightcap here at the 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship. If you missed the first period, it was all Ontario outshooting Team EDN 36-2. And they lead 4-0 as we get set for the second period of action. It was Kyla Fleming on the power play to open the scoring. And Kingston Golding. Fun fact, her name's Kingston. She plays in Kingston. Learned that during the intermission. How about it? Her power play tally, a third power play tally from Cheyenne DeGear. And then the little sneaky play from behind the goal, Gracie Cadeau. As Cadeau rounded out the scoring in that opening frame as that shot from Mayer doesn't make it through. Altman plays for Mayer. She'll work behind the net, hits a puddle. When we saw that challenge early in the opening frame as well, as DeGear spins, fires, and finds another puddle in the corner. Get out the squeegees. It's wet. As EDN able to clear it out to center off the stick of Sophiana Robinson. Takes a friendly bounce. It's Nakoji trying to get it through once, twice, getting stuck in the water. And this one will be sent the length of the ice by McDonald, and it will just not have enough for icing. As Mayer keeps it in, steps up the wall. Morin intercepts, plays it to Nakoji behind her own net. Around the near side for Etienne. She'll step off the wall. Leaves for Sawyer to the line. Cole. She'll backhand it into the zone. Etienne stepping around one defender behind the net. To the point, Sawyer walks the line, lets it fly off a shin pad and wide. Molly Cole stepping up. Her centering pass attempt knocked down by Rice in the corner. She comes up with it defensively and chips it out into the neutral zone. And Sawyer first back on the puck. Tries to make a move around a defender, can't get it through. But EDN was in the midst of a change and couldn't make anything materialize off that. As Ryan Stacy and Molly Cole coming together in front of the Ontario bench. It's Golding, move around the defender, shot, rebounds, they score! Second of the night for Gracie Cadeau. And it's 5-0 Ontario. As Etienne, make that Golding's shot kicked out by Horn, but on the rebound, Gracie Cadeau. And she'll pick up her second straight goal. And Ontario winning the face-off back. Cross ice, Lecuyer. Shot, save, and held onto by Hasey Horn. As you hear the PA announcer making it official, just the one assist for Golding. And is that her third point of the contest? As Lecuyer trying to step through the defense. Can't bring the puck with her. And again, a little sticky spot at the bottom of the circle there. They'll come to the line, not out. Delormier keeps it alive, down low for Fleming. She'll take a bump from Isabella Peters and Team EDN off the stick of Morin. They'll bring it ahead. Here's Paisley Morin across the offensive blue line. Wide around the defense, Dockstader. Doesn't have teammate support as they were changing, but now it's stolen by Petike. She'll look to bring it to the line. That's knocked down. They'll battle along the hash mark. And now Leduc able to feed it ahead for Fleming. 2-on-2. Ontario comes ahead. Fleming stepping to the middle across the line. She'll take it into the far corner. Spins away from one defender, but met by Morin. Her D-to-D feed knocked down by Lecuyer in the corner. And she'll get tangled up with the defender, Herney. And as Hearn, little tumble, she'll recoup. As Ontario looks for the cross-ice pass, Innes able to come up with it. Down low, give and go, Innes, shot. Stopped rebound in the feet of Tagash. Altaman was backdoor, couldn't find her, and now EDN comes the other way. It's Nakoji. Centering feed, can't find Mr. Chisik, and it's Altaman the other way for Ontario. Top of the circle, lets it fly into the shin pads of the defender, Hearn. As Altaman wants a penalty, not going to get the call. As in the slot, Tagash able to knock it down, gets it to Altaman near side. To the point, Dockstader. D to D for Mayer, steps forward, rips it, blocked in front to the corner. Knocked away, but Tagash able to intercept, and now it'll be lifted out to center by Maria Mistachisik. And that will go all the way down the ice for an icing call. As she was just hoping for a phantom puddle of water to get stuck in again, but looks like we've got the ice freezing up. And that one just going to trickle all the way down the ice. So a tired group out for EDN. And in to take the draw, Kingston Golding, a goal and 2 assists on the night so far, looking for more as she gets the draw. One back for Cole, looking D to D for Sydney Sawyer. And she will regroup. Sawyer coming in with speed. Long shot just wide of target. Bouncing loose. DeGear trying to come up with it and unable to do so. It'll be brought out to center by Robinson. She'll send it in to her own bench. Trying to dump it in deep and just gets an unfriendly bounce. But nonetheless, EDN finally getting a change after that tired group had been caught out there after the icing call. And in to take the draw and winning it back's Kingston Golding. Golding takes the feed from Sawyer. Quickly ahead. Lecuyer down low, DeGear. Steps behind the net, DeGear. Banks it around the defense to the point, Sawyer. Shot on, rebound loose. And Golding knocked it to the near side out of harm's way. Another great save by Hasty Horn. And Sawyer now sending it in front. Knocked away, comes back, still loose as DeGear strips it from Thompson. DeGear, Lecuyer, what a sprawling save from Horn. And as Thompson will clear that, giving chase is Rice, and she will get there. Chasing Molly Cole, they'll negate the icing, so most of EDN's unit able to get a change. A quick pass up, Fleming can't handle the stretch pass, and she'll send Curat into her own corner. To the net, it's loose. Fleming trying to jam it home, unable to do so. That's great play from Gracie Cadeau. 2 goals on the night already, and she making a little something out of nothing. Slowly going back for icing. I think the defense pair forgot we were playing hybrid icing rules. Maybe not accustomed to it, as nobody really having too much urgency to get back for that puck. But nonetheless, still an icing call and a face-off in the far circle of the EDN zone. They'll take it back to the line. Sierra Jacobs, long shot, deflects wide. Fleming gives chase in the corner, along with Ottawa Brazeau. Fleming works behind the offensive net to the point. Jacobs can't keep it in, and she will chase that one all the way back to her own zone, as the rest of EDN's line able to complete the change here. This is Jacobs leading the rush. Steps around her check into the offensive zone corner. Long feed to the point, knocked down by Trinity Chichu. Long shot, squeezed and held onto by Hazy Horn for the whistle. 40 saves on the night between Horn and Paulson now, as the shots 45-2 in favor of Ontario. EDN getting their Only 2 shots on goal in the latter stages of that opening period. Still yet to register one here in the second, and it's Ontario continuing to press. That feed from Altiman knocked down by Mista Chisik. And now EDN looks to start a rush the other way. It's Robinson across the blue line. Sophiana Robinson playing it low. That's going to be picked off by Mayer. Altiman. Cross ice for Lecuyer, trying to step around the defender, and that's well played by Hearn, and that'll go out into the Ontario bench. And so midway through this second period, and that will result in another offensive zone draw for Ontario here. Bit of a scrambly draw. Ontario able to take possession. Leduc back to the point. Cole for Sawyer. Long shot on. Delayed penalty as Horn turns that one aside. Lecuyer leaves for Sawyer. Loses the handle, but Cole able to corral. Shot on. Save Horn. And now there's a cheeky round of applause from the Ontario bench, as well as Maya St. Pierre. Well, she hasn't been tested too frequently, and not sure if she was daydreaming or what, but she forgot to come to the bench for the extra attacker and well, only made it by the time the whistle had finally blown. So it'll be a 2-minute head contact penalty to Ryan Stacey. I'll make that 3 minutes as we are into run time with the 5-goal spread. And a minor penalty to Stacey, and this will be the 4th power play opportunity for a man advantage that has been a perfect 3 for 3 on the night so far, and it's Sawyer leading, looking back door in front. DeGear puts it home. That pass intended for Altiman, streaking in back door, and DeGear intercepts from her own teammate and knocks home her 2nd power play marker of the night. The assist to Sydney Sawyer. And that will bring a very quick end to the power play that is now 4 for 4 on the night. As Sydney Sawyer has looked magnificent on the blue line for Ontario, and she'll bring it ahead again. Altiman steps behind the net. Corrals the bobbling puck. She'll send it back to the line for Sawyer. Back for Altiman. To the slot. DeGear shot goes just wide. Thompson rims it around. Mayer with it for Sawyer. Long shot just deflects wide. Sawyer stepping up, credited with the 2nd assist on that most recent power play goal, as it's Thompson in the corner with it for EDN, trying to get it D to D, and it's broken up. McDonald with it down low. Plays it up the near board side for DeGear. Quick step to the middle, trying to split a trio of defenders. Nearly does, to the line, not out. Mayer keeps it alive. D to D for Sawyer. She'll spin away from her check. Has Tagash coming back door. Passes there. Couldn't get a shot away. Centering feed for DeGear. Bounces to Mayer. Blockered away. Knocked down. Still loose. Bouncing around, and that will be cleared out by EDN. Isabella Peters able to get a stick on that and send Sawyer all the way back behind her own net. This is Larissa Mayer. Into the middle for Sawyer. Steps around one defender, across the line. Forces her team to stop up, but it's Golding. Takes the feed. Steps ahead. Golding shot goes off a shin pad and wide. To the corner now. Hearn plays it on near board side. Golding intercepts, goes cross ice. Chichu with a shot. It's loose and on the doorstep. Journey Tagash puts it home and makes it 7-0 Team Ontario. And we'll wait for the official announcement, but I think that might be the 4th point of the night for Kingston Golding. Has 52 shots now directed on goal from Team Ontario, and they come in looking for more. It's Delormier centering feed, looking for Tagosh. Back door, couldn't quite connect. And this will come down behind the goal. As DeGear winding up again. Into the slot, DeGear, round one, round two, looking back door, oh so close. Golding on the doorstep, couldn't put it home. And the announcement, it's Amory Delormier and Keely Innes getting credited with the assists on that last goal. As we have Hasey Horn coming to the bench. Looks like a lace or a strap's come loose on her pad, so we're going to see the second goaltending change right about the same time as the last one was, about 6 minutes to go in the period. And well, yeah, we'll get a pause on the clock as we are into running time. We'll go and get an equipment change. We can tell you the official Hockey Canada rule in this situation is you have to make a goaltending change or you face a delay of game penalty. Wouldn't necessarily blame the officiating staff if they overlooked that in this situation, but both goaltenders have been phenomenal for Team EDN so far tonight. Unfortunately for the team, that's been the lone bright spot, as they've been outmatched. Let's call it what it is. It's a 51 shot spread up on the scoreboard right now, 7-goal differential, and well, it's been a lot of hockey in a few days as well for the team that came in here with the shortest bench of all, and you have to wonder if the legs might be a little tired by this point in time. And for both teams, this is their second game of the day as well. That's a lot of hockey. Second of the day and fourth in the last 3 days, so I'm tired just watching it from up here. I can't imagine how they feel down on the ice. And looks like the pad is repaired, and Horn will make her way back in to the goal for Team EDN. And they'll send that down the length of the ice. It will just have enough for icing. That was going to be a close call all the way. And Skylar Dockstader just gets back in time, couldn't catch up to the puck. And no, they can't get a change, but when you're in a lopsided affair and you've played this much hockey, a couple icings, a couple whistles might be a way to save some legs for this EDN team. As the clock will tick as it goes in front. DeGear trying to put it home. Now Fleming. Fleming's trying to step out as we've got the announcement officially changing that goal scored by Tagosh as they had announced it from DeGear, as Fleming from an odd angle tries to get it in. Dockstader now from the point. It's gloved, and yes, it will get blown dead for a glove hand pass as that was knocked down by Kyla Fleming in front. And so that face-off will come outside the zone here with about 4 minutes left to play by the time this one comes down. And we will see this powerful defensive pairing of Mayer and Sawyer come back onto the ice for Team Ontario, as Altman comes away with the puck after a bit of a scrambly face-off. She'll leave for Mayer up the right side. Bobbles, but recovers. Centering feed is blocked. and will now be taken away by Isabella Peters. Poke checked off the puck. Altman gets it in the slot. Shot off a leg, goes wide. Mayer stepping up, knocked off the puck by Pettiquet. Centering feed, intercepted by a perfectly timed pinch from Sawyer. She'll spin away from her check. Delay, bring it back up to the blue line, and step around one defender but not the other, and that'll be lifted out to center by Sabina Pettiquet. As Sawyer brings it all the way back deep in her own zone. D-to-D for Mayer, and now quick lead feed up for Altman. Allie Altman steps around the defender. Behind the net, leaves for Sawyer, heads off for a change. Sharp angle shot, misses the mark. Pops up to the point for Mayer. Down low for Etienne. Etienne over for Cadeau. She's got 2 on the night. Etienne walks off the wall. Shot on, rebounds loose off the kick, saved by Horn. Golding, Mayer, back for Golding, steps forward. Low shot kicked away by Horn. EDN can't clear, and we're going to get a penalty on the play as Larissa Mayer dropping the shoulder on Terina Nkoji, and that will be a penalty on Mayer's second power play of the game for Team EDN. It did not work out for them very well the first time, as they took back-to-back penalties and ended up being shorthanded on a 5-on-3 in their own right, and that resulted in 2 goals for Team Ontario. So they'll look for better results here, but it's Ontario coming away with it. Springing McDonald, shot saved by Horn as Alexandria McDonald was away to the races. As that a huge stop from Hasey Horn. The 52nd save of the night for this goaltending tandem. And Ontario wins it back. Jacobs plays it down to McDonald. Rice with it, under pressure from De Geer. As Morin back takes it away for EDN, looking for a lane up ice, has it poked off her stick, and it's McDonald trying again. McDonald steps forward, shot on, rebound. De Geer on the doorstep, trying to jam it home, but can't get it past a sprawling Horn as she keeps it out. As we're into the final minute of play here in the second period. And Hasey Horn has been tested. You could call it a shellacking in net, and she just continues to make impressive save after impressive save. Ontario winning the offensive zone face-off shorthanded. This is Trinity Chichu. Plays it down low for Golding. Should be a minor penalty for the music guy as it continues to go here in the latter stages of the second period. Now they get it resolved down there as it's intercepted in front of her own net by Jovi Rice. Some big contact coming across the blue line. Molly Cole colliding with Ryan Stacy as the puck pops free. St. Pierre pokes it away from the crease. PM was looking for it as the buzzer sounds, and it will be a commanding Ontario lead as we head into the second intermission. Team EDN unable to register a shot on goal in that middle frame. It's the goals from Gracie Cadeau, Cheyenne De Geer, and Journey Tagosh. The difference through the middle stanza, so we'll take a break. Third period of action still to come. It's Team Ontario 7, Team EDN 0 through 2 periods of play here at the 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship here from Kamloops. Hello and welcome back inside the arena here in Kamloops as we're set for the final period of action. If you're just joining us, 7-0 Ontario leads Team EDN here on the Wednesday night of action. Both teams will play one game tomorrow before wrapping up on Friday and Saturday, depending on where they place in the seating. And on the power play, here comes EDN. It's Mr. Cheesick, shot on, kicked away by St. Pierre. First shot on goal since the first period for Team EDN. They are on the power play to start this third. That shot hits a teammate by Pettiquet to the point. Down for Pettiquet, back for make that Curat, I believe, as that comes behind the net and around, and that'll be cleared down the ice by Chichu. Curat back first on it, under pressure, stolen by Golding. She comes out around the net, poked off her stick by Thompson. As Curat gets it back behind her own goal line. And again, the early period water woes continuing in the EDN zone as Delormier stepping ahead. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as the penalty to Larissa Mayer expires. As Leduc around the defender, can't bring the puck with her as it's just sticky down in the EDN zone. Leduc plays for Fleming. Behind the net, Curat to intercept, she'll rim it around. Played by Sierra Jacobs at the line. Leaves for Lecuyer. Shot deflected, kick save by Horn. Officially the 60th shot on target here for Ontario as Fleming overskates it. And so does Curat as it again sticking in some yet to freeze flooded water down there in the corner. And it sticks again to the line, not out as Robinson trying to send herself on a break, but couldn't get around Delormier. Jacobs leaves for Fleming. Opened the scoring in the first period with a tip in front on the power play. Delormier. Fleming looking backdoor for Jacobs. Couldn't connect. Lecuyer, that one gonna careen into the glass behind the goal. Robinson near side trying to find some real estate. She'll be forced back behind her own net. No winger waiting there for her, so she'll just bank it and take it herself, but can't get around Jacobs at the blue line. Now Lecuyer steps forward, fans on the shot. Curat going to kick it to the corner. Jacobs just keeps it alive. Innes steps forward, or make that to Gosh. Now Alteman to the point for Sawyer. Shots blocked. Tagash on the rebound, just sends it high and wide. And that'll be slapped down the ice by Sloan Thompson for an icing call against Team EDN. And so they will be prevented to change. But as we are into run time, that will tick some seconds off the clock. And Sydney Sawyer, she's registered an assist in this game, and she's just been a great presence on the blue line. Won gold with Team Canada at the U18 World Championship earlier this year. 2 assists in that gold medal game, including on the game winner. And she'll be off to Colgate University next. As deep in the zone, Duchesneau stepping around Alteman. Ariane Duchesneau brings it across center. She'll chip and give chase. Back first on it, however, is Keely Innes for Ontario. Left wing for Doc Stater, ahead for Alteman, and they'll come ahead 3-on-3 for Sawyer. Just onside. Sawyer steps into the slot. Feeds for De Geer. Her centering pass didn't connect, and now a chance the other way for EDN, but quickly back on it is Sydney Sawyer to break up a 3-on-1 possibility. Sawyer back the other way, has it poked off her stick by Morin to the corner. Paisley Morin trying to step away from the forechecking pressure of Cheyenne De Geer. She spins in tight, backhander just wide of target. Now to the near side, it's McDonald. DeGear steps to the middle, centering feed. Dockstader, backhander, deflected away by Horn. Golding now for Cole, long shot. Has eyes through everybody and will come out to center ice as it's Kingston Golding bringing it ahead again for Ontario. Centering feed for DeGear, just out of her reach, bounces away, she'll recover. DeGear behind the net. Wraparound attempt, that'll be stopped and covered by Horn. And she will just hang on for the whistle. Looking into tomorrow's action. It's a very tight standings. And what should be held on to as a victory here for Ontario should put them in a great position if they can improve to 3-1 to find themselves in the top 4 to advance to Friday's semifinals. They'll take on Team BC at 3 p.m. local tomorrow, and it'll be an early one for Team EDN. They're back on the ice 9 a.m. tomorrow as they'll take on Saskatchewan. And this game likely to drop them to 0-4, so they very might well be eliminated and bumped into the Friday's 5-versus-6 contest as Cole takes the D-to-D pass. That shot's blocked by Curette. Awkward bounce on her clearing attempt for Fleming. She couldn't get a shot away. She was looking at an open cage but just couldn't get the puck to settle down. Now it'll come back to the Ontario defense. Quick D-to-D and up. Just onside. As Etienne's knocked off the puck to the point, Cole steps to the middle. She'll walk the line, D-to-D for Chichu. Long shot, save, backhander, just wide. Cadeau looking for her second behind the net goal. And she put one home in the first period from that angle and couldn't find the bank shot this time. And Molly Cole to lead the rush. Cole, nifty move around the defender, kicked away by Horn. To the corner, Cadeau strips Hearn of the puck. Morin pokes it away from Cadeau. EDN looks to break out, but it's intercepted by Alteman at the line. Ali Alteman. She'll be headed to play for the Maine Black Bears as Sawyer's shot is blocked. Down low for Alteman, centering feed, hits her teammate in the foot. And that'll be taken away by Hearn for EDN. To the line, not out. Sawyer holds. Chip play again. Sawyer knocks it down. She'll bring it ahead herself. Looking for some space in the slot. She'll circle back. Saucer pass near side for Alteman. Up high, Mayer steps forward. Shot, she scores! Larissa Mayer. Top corner to make it 8-0 for Team Ontario. And her second point of the night as she had picked up an assist earlier. And so we will see what the official announcement is, but I believe that one should read Mayer from Alteman and Sawyer. As 8 goals in here, and Ontario's done a really nice job of spreading around the scoring. 6 different goal scorers for them. DeGear with 2 and Cadeau with 2. As a discussion, Horn had come to the bench. But she'll continue. As they'll bring it ahead. Centering feed is knocked down. Golding can't come away with it, and it will be played out to the neutral zone by Duchesneau. Chloe Leduc credited with the second assist. I do wonder if that was a misread of a 7-for-1, because I do think that should have been Alteman's point, but nonetheless, I'm sure she won't be disappointed to give some love to a teammate as Golding steps behind the net here halfway through this third period. And Golding, 4 points on the night, looking for more. As Tagash knocked down in front. Golding with it at the point, looks D to D. Delormier can't handle the pass. It'll take a weird hop off the boards and out to the neutral zone. She'll play it cross ice for Sierra Jacobs, trying to get away from Duchesneau through center. Here's Jacobs across the line. She'll just play it in deep. Curot back defensively. Innes trying to step out from behind the goal. Can't bring the puck with her. Will be knocked to the near corner by Sophiana Robinson. To the line, not out. Golding holds it in, but her teammates are changing and she'll get one herself. As Jovi Rice back to play it, she'll play a D to D for Curot. Near side, but her teammates are getting a change as well as De Geer off the bench. Steps to the middle, finds the next Geer, backhander and home. Hat trick goal for Cheyenne De Geer, and it's the prettiest one of the night as she takes advantage of the missed time turnover to put it home. And makes it 9-0 in favor of Ontario. And we're going to get a delay as Hazy Horn in the EDN net a little shaken up after conceding that last goal. And she'll get some attention from the training staff and from her concerned defenders in front of her. As I know, it must be a tough night for a goaltender when you're seeing that many goals go up on the other side of the scoreboard. But between her and Chloe Paulson, who started the game tonight, they have now faced a combined 66 shots and made some stellar saves, both of them, before Paulson was replaced. With about 6 minutes to go in the opening period. And it's been Horn since then, and I mean, she'll have a highlight reel for herself. Yes. Despite the lopsided score, she does not look the least bit interested in conceding the cage. And so she'll take a breath and shake off the trainer and say, I'm staying in here. That one didn't feel good, but I'm going to carry on. And a big round of applause from everybody here in attendance says, absolutely. Tip of the cap to Hazy Horn for continuing on in this one. As De Geer just going right forward off that draw. That was broken up by Corey Hearn. And now the other way again, Alexandria McDonald. Again, can't get around Hearn. Couple nice defensive stops. They can't get the puck past the Ontario defense. And right back in, Hearn yet again breaks it up, and she'll send it the other way. Back to get it is Chichu. As officially that De Geer goal is announced as unassisted. As Elteman springs McDonald. Up the left side, McDonald steps around the defense, behind the net. His teammates in support, centering feed, and that'll be bounced into the glove and held on to by Horn. Cadeau on the doorstep looking for her third of the night to join De Geer. Who completed the hat trick on the most recent Ontario goal. Fleming on the draw, wins it back for Sawyer. She looks D to D. Dockstader. Nifty move from Fleming, little toe drag to get around the defender. Back for Sawyer, that shot blocked in front by Irena Nkoji. To the line, and again not out. Sawyer continuing her strong performance. Shot blocked by her own teammate as she hits Fleming in the kneecap. And now Nkoji the other way will flip it in and give chase for EDN. Make that Mr. Chisik leading the forecheck. And Sawyer once again leading the rush up ice for Team Ontario. Sawyer driving wide. Steps goal line, slips one, and just squeezed under the pad of Horn. Sawyer stepping around everyone on that rush. And both teams will make full-scale changes here. Still 7 minutes of action to play on this Wednesday night. Halfway through this 2025 edition of the National Aboriginal Hockey Championship, which is literally going coast to coast after making the trip to PEI last year. That shot from Lecuyer blockered away by Horn. As on it is Leduc. She'll circle the zone. Leaves for Jacobs, D to D. Delormier, long shot. Stopped, rebound was available. Leduc couldn't pounce on it, and it'll be cleared away by Jovi Rice and down the ice. Delormier back on it first for Ontario. D to D for Jacobs. Looks cross ice for Golding. Can't corral the bouncing puck, and it'll be Peters to take it back behind her own net. Isabella Peters up through the middle, takes a funny bounce off of Robinson's skate. Icing is waved off, and so Edian will make some partial changes. And back the other way, come Team Ontario. Lecuyer across the offensive line, steps to the middle, splits the defense, can't get the shot away. Great poke check by Hearn. And now Morin will lead feed. Up the left wing comes Ottawa Brazeau, has that knocked away from her. As Morin and Golding tie up in front of the Ontario bench. That'll come loose. Ottawa Brazeau trying to chip it forward into the offensive zone, has hit stolen away. And Leduc will send it in deep. Lecuyer giving chase for Ontario. Leaves for DeGear. Behind the net, DeGear trying to step around Morin. She'll take a tumble. Chichu with the point shot. It's Tagash grabbing the loose puck, trying to step to the middle. Has it knocked away. It'll bounce to the point. Point shot, save. Tagash just puts the rebound wide. Now they'll try to jam away at it. Comes loose in front, and Horn will pounce on the rebound and hang on for the whistle. As another flurry of action in front of the EDN net, and yet again, a couple of big saves coming from Hasey Horn. 62 combined saves for this EDN goaltending tandem now tonight. No tip of the cap to the effort that they have put in. As Dockstate are going to send another one on goal. Bounces near side to Gosh, will play it to the line for Mayer. Tries to step around Thompson and can't do so, and now Sloan Thompson leads it out to center ice and across the offensive blue line. Long shot, and Maya St. Pierre will hold on. As she has not been tested often, but has been equal to the task every single time in between the pipes for Team Ontario. Offensive zone face-off for EDN. And it'll be a defensive face-off win. And a quick play ahead. Ennis bobbles on it, but now they recover. It's DeGear stepping into the slot. DeGear goes backhand, looking to step around her shot. Knocked away by Horn to the near side, Mayer. Morin steals it. She spins, and she's got a lane and will take it. An odd man rush opportunity for Team EDN. It's Paisley Morin. She'll let a shot go. St. Pierre saves and a quick whistle. We'll allow both teams to change here with 3 minutes to go. Fleming opts to go forward off the draw. And will drive wide left. 1-on-5 for Kyla Fleming. Now she has some teammates join her in support. Fleming leaves for Altman. Allie Altman works behind the offensive net. Has that poked off of her stick by Curat. To the near side, Fleming. Spinning away from Robinson on the defensive effort. Her centering feed will be intercepted by Ariane Ducheneau. She'll look to bring it ahead as knocked down. And a great second effort. Clears the zone and sends it into the Ontario end. Altman momentarily knocked off the puck, but has support from Delormier. She'll step wide up the right wing around the defense. Knocked away by Thompson to the line. Altman takes it back. She'll look D to D. Jacobs steps forward. Long shot on and squeezed. Held on to by Horn in goal. A minute and a half still to tick off the clock here tonight, as Ontario looks well poised for their third straight victory after dropping their opener to Alberta. They found themselves in the win column as Chichu lets a long shot go, and that'll be held on to again by Horn. 63 saves on the night now for the EDN goaltending duo. Last minute of action as Monet on it off the offensive zone. Draw, she'll tangle up with Cadeau beside the net. Behind, trying to come away with it is Etienne. She's unable to. And Horn will just reach around the post and squeeze that one. .30 seconds to go. One more chance for Ontario. They look for double digits on the night. Etienne will step off the wall. Give for Chichu. Shot on, saved by Horn. She'll hold, and that should probably do it with 15 seconds to tick off. This puck might not get down in time. Oh, they'll speed this one up. No, indeed. Now the buzzer will sound, and that will do it for us here on a Wednesday night of action. Ontario will improve themselves to 3-1 in the standings as EDN dropping to 0-4, still looking for their first win. Well, they'll be back looking to do that tomorrow morning against Team Saskatchewan. And Team Ontario will look to continue the hot streak. They'll take on Team BC tomorrow afternoon, but led in charge by the hat trick from Cheyenne DeGear. The final score here from Kamloops is Team Ontario 9, Team EDN 0. And we'll say goodnight for tonight. Back tomorrow for another day of action here at the 2025 National Aboriginal Hockey Championship here from Kamloops.